Look, the Lbma is telling us expect $45 silver. Silver has been stuck at $32 per ounce. Are you finding yourself getting frustrated, a little angry, possibly? What are the reasons why we can and will break through what seems to be an impenetrable barrier of $32 per ounce silver? There's lots of reasons why, and we together are going to explore those today. First, thank you for being here in the basement with me. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. You're the most important part of this community. Thank you. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Give the video a thumbs up, and super chat, super thanks, PayPal donations, all that stuff is always greatly appreciated. Let's take a quick look at the chart and see why you may be right now getting a little angry. Is it time for us to go to silver anger management class? This explains your anger. This chart of silver going back to May shows that several times we have attempted to break through the $32 threshold. Look, we even tried in July to poke our head above $31. More recently, late September, early October, and here we are again as the recording of this video at noon Central Time on October 17th, 2024. Attempting again to make a run at this $32 barrier. No wonder you're getting frustrated. But what are some reasons why we can be optimistic that this situation will soon change and you will soon see silver prices north of $32? Do we really have to go all the way across the big pond to get this next piece of good news? The Lbma, the London Bullion Market Association. Well, apparently they were having a conference, I bet that was fun, in Miami, Florida, and Bloomberg polled a number of the people at the conference about where they thought the gold price would be in 1 year. Yeah, this video is about silver, but they think the gold price will be much higher in 1 year, and buried at the bottom of the Bloomberg article is some very interesting information about what these Lbma conference participants thought where the silver price will be in 1 year. From Bloomberg, the gold industry sees bullion surging 10% in a year to record high. Let's get to the silver part, which is buried at the very bottom of the article. It says silver will gain more than 40% in the coming year to reach $45 an ounce, according to the survey. And here it says delegates at the London Bullion Market Association event in Miami expect precious metals, blah, blah, blah. They did a poll, and that the consensus of the poll is $45 silver next year. You might be thinking, that's all good and well, Ron, but what does that have to do with the big picture? We're going to talk about the big picture factors next. Well, we focus a lot on supply and demand, solar panels, all that good stuff. We're going to set that aside, and we're going to expand our minds by looking at the big picture of what's going on in the world and what that could mean for the silver price. Before we do that, I want to say thank you to channel sponsor Pimbex, Pimbex. If you want to get your hands on some silver, real physical metal, or gold or platinum group metals, please support channel sponsor Pimbex, or at minimum, just check them out. Give them a chance. I think if you do that, you'll find what I found. They always have ultra competitive pricing, a great selection, and it's a company that you can trust. So what are these big picture factors in the world right now that I think will be extra juice for the silver price as we head into the end of the year and into 2025? Number one, we need to look at the financial condition of the world. We are drowning in debt, guys, drowning. We are in a debt whirlpool. We are in a debt spiral. In the United States, we know, we've looked at the U.S. debt clock. We know that we can operate a simple calculator, but that's also going on all throughout the world. And it's only going to lead to fiat paper currencies going down in value, which will mean, as measured in fiat money like US dollars, the value of silver will only go up. It is a mathematical certainty that this will happen. Now, I could be wrong. Don't make any financial decisions based on anything that I'm saying. But if you do indeed believe that 2 plus 2 will always equal 4, right? That the laws of mathematics are written in stone, not, God himself or herself designed it that way, right? Mathematics shows no forgiveness on the altar of truth. Then you can rest assured that no matter what paper, fiat, make-believe, unicorn fart dust currency you're talking about, the real value of silver will maintain, and that will be reflected in higher prices as measured in whatever fiat currency you want to talk about. The next big issue that's going on in the world is geopolitical strife, uncertainty. We are at a stage of history that most of us have never lived through before. I didn't live through World War II. Most all of you did not live through World War II. I think that's the most recent period of time that can even compare to what is going on right now. Countries are folding in on themselves, becoming more nationalistic, protecting their resources, trading with each other less. This is only going to lead to strengthening of organizations like the BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and like 50 other countries that want to join with them as the world splits, as the world bifurcates. And the result of all of this will be more and more distrust of each other's currencies. Think about the dollar. Think about the euro. Think about the Russian ruble. Think about any paper currency. It's all based on confidence and trust. And as that trend continues to erode, the value of those paper currencies will absolutely, inevitably continue to go down. It also, from a big picture level, right, we can look at the mathematics like we did, right? But also when we look at it from a perspective of trust, and that the fiat currencies are based on trust and confidence, it will erode. It too will be reflected in higher value for things like physical silver and physical gold. Look, the Lbma is telling us expect $45 silver next year. This is one time that I think I'll agree with the Lbma. The charts are telling us be prepared for silver at some point here to break through $32 per ounce. It will happen. Could it happen this week or next week? Yes, definitely. Maybe we have to wait till next year. Possibly. I think it's a very slim chance that we have to wait even longer than a year, but it will happen. And as things continue to erode on a financial and geopolitical level throughout the world, all of this will only provide more of a tailwind for the silver price and the gold price for that matter as well. Hey, I want to say thank you to channel sponsor First Mining Gold. They're a Canadian gold development company. They have 2 multi-million ounce projects in Canada. Gold in the ground in Canada. And of course, our sponsor, Fortuna Mining. They're an operating mining company with mines in Latin America, silver and gold, and mines in West Africa where they're mining large amounts of gold. Of course, channel sponsor Pimbex. If you want to get your hands on some of that gold and silver that those mining companies are digging out of the ground. Thank you for being here. You really are the most important part. I appreciate you, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time.